The Sheriff's Office reports drug arrests, and the August meeting of the Richmond County Historical Society was held. That and more all coming your way on your Monday edition of Live at 5, brought to you by Richmond CC. Richmond County's nightly news starts right now. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office reported 2 recent arrests for drug offenses after making controlled purchases of suspected illegal drugs. Thomas Rogers, age 29, of Spring Street in Hamlet, was arrested and charged with possession with intent to sell and or distribute a Schedule I controlled substance, delivery of a Schedule I controlled substance, and maintaining a dwelling for the purpose of manufacturing and or selling a controlled substance. Law enforcement personnel made 2 controlled purchases at Rogers' residence of a substance suspected to be heroin. Rogers was processed into the Richmond County Detention Center under a secured bond of $20,000. Natasha Denise Smith, age 43, of McCoy Drive in Hoffman, was arrested and charged with possession with intent to sell and or distribute a Schedule II controlled substance, sale of a Schedule II controlled substance, delivery of a Schedule II, and delivery of a Schedule II controlled substance, and maintaining a dwelling for the purpose of manufacturing. Law enforcement personnel made a controlled purchase of suspected crack cocaine from Smith at a residence on Entwistle Road in Rockingham. Smith was released on a written promise to appear in court. Last Monday night's regular monthly meeting of the Richmond County Historical Society was held at Rockingham City Hall, and a good group of members and guests from Richmond and Moore counties filled the council room. Dr. John Stevenson opened the meeting by welcoming guests and especially members of the Moore County Historical Society to the meeting. Board of Directors member Donald McLeod conducted the monthly program. His program was based on early Highland Scots and Presbyterian churches in North Carolina. McLeod started by giving some history of Scotland. He said that the country of Scotland was about the size of South Carolina. In the 1700s, the Scottish population was about a tenth the size of England's population. Also in the 1700s, Scots began to leave Scotland and come to North America due to wars, but mostly due to high land rent placed upon the people. Early Scot immigrants sailed into Philadelphia and later took the Great Wagon Road south into Carolina. A few years later, Scottish immigrants began to sail into Wilmington and then migrated up the Cape Fear River. They settled all along the Cape Fear Basin and even moved as far west as along the banks of the Petey River in present-day Anson County. Gaelic being the common tongue of most Scots, it was hard to find a preacher in America who could preach in their language. A well-known pioneer missionary of the Presbyterian faith was Hugh McAdoo, but he couldn't speak Gaelic either. Finally, John McLeod brought over from Scotland a shipload of his own people, and with other circuit-riding preachers like James Campbell, the need for Gaelic preachers was partially satisfied. Another possibility was that while living around English-speaking people, the next generation of Scots soon learned to speak English themselves. The next meeting of the Richmond County Historical Society will be September 17th at the Rockingham City Hall. The public is invited, and the society is open for new members. When we return, I'll be bringing you your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
At Richmond Community College, we can prepare you for a high-skill, high-paying career in a variety of fields. From business to education, engineering, utilities, healthcare, criminal justice, information technology, and human services. At Richmond Community College, we can save you thousands of dollars on tuition through our university transfer programs that provide a seamless transition to universities and colleges throughout North Carolina. At Richmond Community College, we are always developing new courses and programs in response to the communities we serve. We offer day, evening, and online courses, and you can now complete 5 curriculum programs entirely online. At Richmond Community College, we believe in helping you prepare for a better life. Richmond Community College. Local college, big impact.
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
Hayden Construction has 2 new homes under construction at 2 distinct locations, 125 Crystal Court in Carolina Hills and on Robberdale School Road. Both feature incredible floor plans and distinct features inside and out. Hayden Construction, quality, value, and beauty. Call Jamie Smart at 910-331-5811 or Nicole Hayden at 910-995-0717 today to schedule an appointment. Exit Realty, making dreams a reality.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts. And we've got much more nice weather on the way as the temperatures get up into the low 90s now. Taking a look at the map behind me for Wilmington, a high of 88 for tomorrow, high of 90 in New Bern, high of 91 in Greenville and up in Raleigh. Plenty of sunshine that way. Right here in the Sand Hills area, you can expect a high of 91 for Laurinburg tomorrow and a high of 90 in both Southern Pines and right here in Rockingham. Heading towards the western part of the state, up in Greensboro, a high of 90 there, high of 88 in Hickory, and then back towards us here in Charlotte, a high of 91. And also, as you can see, plenty of sunshine in both North and South Carolina. Now, taking a look at the 5-day weather forecast, we've had wonderful weather over the weekend. Beginning of this week is much the same. However, we're going to get some wet weather later on in the weekend. We'll get to that here in just a second. In the meantime, for Tuesday, high of 90, low of 72. Pretty much the same Wednesday and Thursday, both highs of 90s on those days. Low of 73 Wednesday night, low of 72 on Thursday. And as I mentioned, some of that rain's coming in over the weekend, a 50% chance of precipitation on Friday. Still a high of 92, actually the highest temperature out of these 5 days with a low of 71. Much the same on Saturday, again a 50% chance of thunderstorms throughout the day with a high of 89 and a low of 70. So could move out by the time we get to the weekend, but if not, enjoy these sunny days while you got them. And that's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. And when we return, Raider football falls to Wake Forest, and Richmond's first away game of the season is coming up when we return.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is all about rustic home decor and gifts. You will always find a variety of unique antiques, vintage, and new items in our shop. Come and see our selection of housewarming, new baby, and wedding gifts. For the man in your life, we have many collectibles, Boker knives, and leather. And ladies love the jewelry, purses, candles, hats, and t-shirts. We also offer a 30-day layaway program. Come and experience shopping at Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts.
Friday night showdown in Wake Forest was a battle of 2 of the state's top heavyweight teams, as a 32-game winning streak for one team and redemption for the other was on the line. Rated as one of the top games of the week across 4A play, the number 8 Raiders fell in a highly explosive offensive game to the number 1 ranked Cougars 49-28. The non-conference win by Wake Forest continued the nation's 14th longest active winning streak, as the Cougars' last loss came in November of 2015. Richmond's 28 points Friday were the most the Cougars have allowed since their streak began, and the most since Garner Magnet's 21 points in the third round of the 2017 playoffs. The Wake Forest defense has been stifling over the past 2 years, and prior to facing the Raiders during the now 33-game winning streak, Wake Forest has held its opponents to just 7.3 points per game, including 12 shutouts. Following the game, Richmond head coach Brian Till said despite his team's efforts, missed executions and a lack in timely stops were the Achilles heel against the Cougars. In terms of not taking care of business in key situations, Richmond's defense allowed 514 total yards of offense on the night and allowed the Cougars to convert on all 3 of their fourth down situations. Wake Forest was also 50% on the night on its third down conversions, going 6 for 12. Offensively, Richmond tallied 333 total yards of offense on the night, as quarterback Caleb Hood accumulated 265 yards on a 13 for 24 passing performance. His 3 touchdowns brought his season total to 5, as he had 5 passes go for over 20 yards and 2 more for over 40. Richmond will look to rebound back into the win column next Friday at home against Pine Forest High School. The Raiders and Trojans met on Labor Day last season following a rainout, and Till's team rolled to a 40-14 road win. And that's going to do it for today's edition of Live at 5, and if you haven't already, be sure to download the Richmond Observer app for your iPhone and Android devices. For all the latest news in Richmond County, visit richmondobserver.com, and be sure to tune in to Good Morning Sandhills Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. Thanks for watching Live at 5, and have a good night, Richmond County.